Hello, everyone. It is Shay in Silver Lake. It is April 19th. It's 53 degrees. The high today is supposed to be 60, but not till like 5 o'clock. Oh, it's kind of windy. Kind of windy. But I wanted to come out here and do a tour real quick. Got that. It's supposed to get 29 degrees for a couple more days at night, and then it's going to be in the 30s. Look how good the irises are doing. I took some irises over. Oh, I cleaned out this, somewhat cleaned out this bed. I got a bunch of stickers in my hands from it, and I've been picking them out. There's one on my thumb, and my hands hurt really bad, so I got to make sure I wear gloves. But I got to get the weed puller thingy so I can pull out some of the, what do you call those? Dandelions. I don't want dandelions in here this year. They were a pain. They get really big. There's a cluster of them right here. I don't want to deal with them inside the flower bed. Anyway, so many echinaceas. And I'm like debating on whether or not taking out the bark. But if I stick it out and I just leave the bark for like another year or two or whatever, it'll completely break down and give nutrients to the ground. So I'm like on the fence about it. I do like it on this side because it does help keep stuff back. I mean, obviously not everything. I still have to come along and weed out the edges, but it does help. And then I have this big Shasta daisy that I really should pull out because there's like a couple more there, but I'm not 100% sure. Like this big one would be nice to get out of it because it does come up, and I don't know, like I was thinking if I did that, then I could take one of these and put it right here. I don't think it'll necessarily fit perfect, but one of my Alicia, my neighbor, gave me some starts to there's a really big apple tree over at the old school, and she got some clippings from it, so I'm gonna make oh, I need to get in here and weed this out. Right there, right here, that is lilies. I didn't know if my lilies were gonna come back because I'm not seeing. I need to get in here and weed it because some of the lilies took a hard hit. Oh, nope, there's a lily right there. Can't really tell. I need to get in here and sift through all. I'm not going to do it today because I'm still kind of sore and my hands hurt really bad. So I'm just not going to mess around with it. These tulips are looking good. There's some orange ones right there. Orange. So yellow tulips do well? I don't even remember buying yellow. I remember getting a lot of reds and whites, like 200 bulbs. Like there were so many, and I remember I planted 50 white and 50 red right here. And then I did 50 orange and these star tulips. And the star tulips are these ones right here. These sharper looking ones. And Then I remember I did like fire ones over here. And I did 25. And then I planted 50 red and white in this bed, and I never even got one out of this bed. So this year, this bed, because hardly anything grows in this bed. One time I got gladiolas to grow in a line right here. With my very first year, I bought gladiolas. They never did it. I couldn't get gladiolas to grow ever again. So, done with it. So this whole bed, I'm going to do African daisies. And I already put the seeds in there. This one is a wild flower bed with bachelor buttons and stuff. I'm just going to leave it at that. Maybe plant some more bachelor buttons maybe in here. I'm not sure. I don't really want to mess around with that one. Then this, I'm going to come and cut out like a little rim of these. I'm going to take a little rim of these and pull out that dandelion. And then same thing right here. And I'm going to go around and flop off a big chunk of these. Found somebody, Alicia is willing to take a bunch of these irises because she wants to do the outside of her fence line, like how I did my fence line right here. So I don't really want to transplant any more of mine over here. But what I'm going to do is try to find some other giant irises, some different colors. And then I'll come through and pull out a chunk of each of these and give some of these away so that I have space in between them. And then I'm going to plant the different colors because these are all dark purple. And I'm over it. These are the daffodils. I need to clean out the strawberry bed. This, I want to work on. This will be the next bed that I'm going to work on. There's lots of weeds. Lots of stuff. But I'm going to go to Christmas Valley and get a couple bags of dirt to put in these barrels. And then I'm going to take the, that's a weed. And this is a weed. I'm going to take these, man, that's a tough weed. I'm going to take these strawberries that I have in here and put them in the new, and all that dead, because those strawberries did good. This one dead, and then some of it might come back. I don't know. It just looks dead to me. And then this one is strawberries. There's like a little bit of green over here in this corner. I don't know, but I'm going to break all this up and dump it in the barrel. Same thing with this. You know, so if it comes back, it comes back. I'm going to let the strawberries stay here in this bed. Like, let it flow over this way. And then I'm going to go through and pluck out any strawberries that are on the ground and prevent them from flowing this way. And then I guess I can move. I don't know what's. Oh, I see there's like a little bit of them on the ground right there. I want to. Oh, I just messed up my fingernail. Oh man, I have to go fix that. Ugh. I was waiting for it to dry, and I didn't wait for long enough for it to dry, so now I have to fix that one. I was trying to find something else to do. And then over here, I think these are going to be fine. I would like to pluck out a little bit along the edge right here of these irises. So Alicia's willing to take a bunch of irises. And I want all of these ones. I might leave like this little cluster right here. I was digging on some of it earlier today and breaking off chunks for Alicia. So I want this whole section to be gone. And then I have, see, there's an iris right there that eventually I'll pop out, probably not till next year. And I thought I saw one down here somewhere. But, I mean, it's really hard once you plant irises to get rid of them. Very difficult. Because I used to have them in these four corners up here, which I loved. See, there's a couple right there. And there's one right here that came back. I'll probably leave that cluster over there until these ones get bigger. And I did some African daisies in here, and I also plucked out 2 of the Shasta daisies that were right coming around the rim of this. Loved it. That turned out fantastic. And Alicia took those. And this looks like it's another daisy, so I'm gonna have to like get in here and pluck this little tiny one out. I still don't want to break off. And then I want to wait till those flowers are done, and then I'm gonna pull up this Shasta daisy and all of those Shasta daisies right there, and then this back corner one. What? Oh, this one is an iris. This is an iris right here. It's a baby one. I'll just leave that. But that's what I plan to do. These are those cardboard things that you can put little seeds in. Well, they don't. This is like a long time ago. And I'm still pulling cardboard pieces out. I'll never use cardboard again. Like, that was a nightmare. And they're supposed to biodegrade. And you just put your seedling in it, and then you put it in the ground. Yeah, none of that worked. So, won't fall for that again. See, see this dandelion, I don't mind. Maybe even that one right there is not too bad, but I don't want the really, really big one. Like this one can go. I don't want the really big ones. They're just a pain. But I got a lot done the last couple days. The weather's going to be overcast and kind of cloudy, although these clouds are gorgeous today. I think they're beautiful. It rained a tiny bit earlier, right when I was walking home, dragging my wagon from Alicia's after dropping off a few plants. But Wednesday, she's got to go to La Pine, so I figured I'd go with her because they're having a sale on dirt for $6 a bag. So I'm going to go with her Wednesday and get like, I don't know, I at least want to get 4 bags. I rarely ever buy dirt. So I would kind of like to top off a few areas, you know, like sprinkle some fresh dirt down, you know, in a few areas, fill in some holes that I've dug up, and do some pots, some of the bigger pots. I'm going to go get 2 bags today and do those. And then, you know, change out some dirt, maybe. Would like to do that. Sprinkle some on the fresh. Okay, so I planted squash in here. I did some zucchini on the outer rim in here. Carrots over here. I haven't put anything in the center yet because I'm saving that. I'm going to do lettuce in the bathtub. Sunflowers and flowers all through here. Sunflowers through this section. I did peas on the back fence line. Cucumbers in front. I did some broccoli. I left this open because I want to do zinnias through here, because it's going to have bachelor buttons, California poppies, and then I think some hot pink zinnias. And then I did more cucumbers right through here, and I did not plant anything right there because I think I want to do more zinnias. And then I did some watermelon and some cantaloupe. Some green onions in the back. I did something else back here. I can't remember. I don't know. I cannot remember. But it looks like the raspberries are coming back. And I planted some stuff back here too. But those, oh yeah, and then I threw everything that was in here out here. I planted a bunch of sunflowers, but the birds came along and dug up all my seeds. So luckily I have thousands and thousands of seeds. So I buried a whole bunch more seeds, and then I took and put the debris on top so that they can't dig at them. And I'll leave that there for maybe like a week or two. And then I'll just come along and gently scrape all this stuff up and throw it over the fence where all this stuff is. And then by then the lawnmower should be doing all right. And I will just spread that stuff out and turn it all into mulch. But, you know, I might as well go along and pull. That's mullein. And a lot of people use it to make homemade cough syrup and stuff. But I pluck it up because it grows wild out here, like everywhere. And I haven't planted my sunflowers up front yet because I think on the outside of the fence I'm going to do my marigolds. And then on the inside, I will do my big square of sunflowers. I haven't done that yet. And then I am getting some of those popping up. I'm going to, this is mostly bachelor buttons that are right through here, so I don't really care. So I'm going to tear this fence down and widen it. There's more mullein. And clean all this out. And I'm thinking about doing sunflowers along the rim inside to the edge of this shed, coming out in a square. And then maybe I'll do some on either side of these doors. I don't know. I don't want to do too much towards the house or the shed because I'm going to paint that this summer. And I don't want to be tripping over stuff. So anyway, so peace, love, and happiness. May peace be with you always. Have a wonderful day, week, hour, minute, second, month, year. Don't forget to rewind and be kind. And I'm always wishing you a wonderful day. I want things to go well for you. Today was my mom's birthday, so I'm just trying to take it easy today. And I'm wearing one of her rings as a memorial for her. That's her ring. And then this one is my great-grandmother's. Alrighty, so I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.